All right, it's time for the Star Goddess podcast on the Crash and AJ blog. We do this every Monday right here at 98rock.com. And good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Sir. I'm really anxious to get into to this week. You were talking earlier about some of the things to come, and with Venus on the move, finally.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
A lot of good stuff, it sounds like, to come. But first, we got a couple of listeners we got to get to, people we couldn't get to during the show. I got a question here from this guy that says his birthday is 10/29/89.
Okay, Scorpio.
His girlfriend's birthday is 12/2/89. And
Sagittarian.
the question is, he received a job offer that would take him back to his hometown, which is out of state. And he knows that if he leaves, that they're going to break up. So he's trying to find out, is he making the right choice by taking the job, or should he stick it out here for the relationship?
Interesting.
Number one, I got to tell you, I think those two are really good for one another. And number two, I don't know about her, but I would move to Mars for the right guy.
I know. I've done that for the wrong guy. So, yeah, totally.
Mars sounds good in general right now, actually.
Yeah, he should. There are two things he should do. Number one, he should ask her if she wants to come with him. Because the right girl will go, sure, whither thou goest, I'll goest. But the second thing, more importantly, I'm not sure that this job opportunity is what he thinks that it is. I'm not so sure about that. And he needs to find that out before he blows up his whole life. I don't want him to get there and in October go, holy crap, this is not what I signed up for. And now I've lost the girl. I've lost my other job.
Don't go with unless the casheth is goodeth, is what.
Yeah. Make sure their checks don't bounce. Make sure that whatever the offer is, they can actually put their money where their mouth is for it. And again, I would ask her. He's got nothing to lose because she's a Sagittarian. They're pretty adventuresome. Heck, I'm with Virgo when I went to Germany.
Okay.
I imagine Sagittarius would have an easier time of it.
That's a pretty good question, though. I like that. Those are kind of questions that have the good answers. There's all kinds of scenarios. You guys keep those coming.
Yeah.
Crash at 98rock.com. And here's what we got off the phones.
Well, today is my birthday, 1981.
Okay,
and my question is, I just want to hopefully I have a hell of a lot better year because I got pissed and punched a wall in at wall one, and this has just been a shit year minus the corona crap. And I was just wanting to see if it was going to be a hell of a lot better.
Okay.
Minus the whole punching wall aspect.
Yes.
There you go.
I do like it. I do like it that a Gemini rules her hands, and she was mad, used her hands to punch a wall. But you got to hit, you got to miss the studs when you do that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm hearing.
Drywall. Yeah. So, but she has a moon in Aquarius. And Jupiter gets into that sign in about November or so, early December. So, yes, the year will improve for her.
Good.
Just not tomorrow,
It's her birthday today. At least that's good news on her birthday today. So happy birthday to you.
Yes, and as your birthday goes, so goes your year. So you want to make sure you do everything on your birthday that you want to do throughout the year.
Awesome.
Yes. So
what does that mean for the people that were stuck quarantining on their birthday? Are we at home for the rest of the year?
Yes. No. Home alone, eating cheesecake quietly. Yes.
Hopefully you found something fun in the house to do. All right. But you guys keep those questions coming. We like doing those on the air and on the podcast. Yeah. And this is where we kind of go over all the astrological signs, all 12. We get into a little detail with this today. And what's the theme again? If we want to review the theme again there, Janet?
Venus, the planet of love, is stopping its backward motion and going forward again, which is good news for everybody. There's no bad news when Venus goes direct. And Venus is, we call it, it's the love principle, but it's also the lesser benefic, so it brings good things wherever it goes. And so when the love principle is turned back on, depending on where it is in your chart is where you feel the love. Everybody's got Venus in a different place in their astrological chart. And that tells me, the astrologer, where they can expect to feel the love. So, starting with Cancers, at the sign that we're in, Venus is behind their sign. So these are the guys that either have some sort of behind-the-scenes love or a secret love or a love that hasn't really been verbally spoken about. And they're sort of, and Cancers are represented by a creature that has no vocal cords. And I think if you really loved me, needed me, wanted me, cared about me, you would know what I want, you would know what I need. But now Venus going direct says, maybe it's time for me to talk about it. Maybe it's time to bring that forward.
Song. Secret lovers.
Yes. And to Cancers everywhere. You think, ooh, we're really slick, we're not going to get caught. Now that Venus is direct, Yes, you're going to get caught. And more than likely, it's going to be a young person that busts you.
Ah, okay.
Yes. You got to be careful.
At least you know about it. That's why we do the podcast.
That's right. Forewarned is forearmed. That's my motto.
So that could be like a kid.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're the ones.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's the 98 Rock Tampa Bay Dad's Decisions meme coming to life. If you have no idea what I'm talking about,
that was really
go
fun.
stalk our Instagram and Facebook page and Twitter too.
Yeah. That's exactly. And they don't mean it, in a let me bust you kind of thing. They usually just the words fall out of their mouth.
Yep.
And the mother goes, "Wait a minute, who's Vicky?" Yeah, exactly.
Password Karen.
And the men everywhere, I do have to say, if a woman asks you about something, she knows.
Ah.
If she asks you, she knows. And
Good
don't
heads
lie.
up.
The only, that's yes. That's my Star Goddess tip of the day.
Did you eat pizza?
For Leos.
Yes, I did eat pizza. Okay, got it.
Right. For Leos, this energy, Venus is in their 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. And Leos have been working on projects for the last couple of months or so. And specifically the last 6 weeks or so, they've been trying to put together a project that involves other people, like a group, more than one of either colleagues or fellow coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been nattering around, like, what do I do? And letting it kind of cogitate and form. Well, starting on Thursday, it begins to take form.
Is that
and you can
like
flesh it out.
Does that include like vacation plans? I'm trying to get my family.
Yeah.
We're all trying to get together with. We want to spend some time with each other, during the summer, and it's kind of hard to get everybody on the same schedule,
Right, and that's exactly what this energy is good for: is getting everybody on the same page to be at the same place at the same time, coordinating a group effort.
So Thursday
for a good time, but for a good time.
Okay, all right.
This is not for a professional thing; it's for a good time, is what it is. So. And Leos want to do it because that way they can be the center of attention.
Oh, there I am again,
because
trying to get the center of attention again.
Ding, 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 ding.
Look at me.
Well, and it's only fair, Clash, because the sun rules Leo, and the sun is the center of the solar system, and all of the planets revolve around the sun and Leo. So, yeah, that's exactly the way
No big deal, guys. No big deal. It's me trying
just
to.
the way it is. Yeah. And it's going to be their male friends rather than their female friends that they do this with, by the way. The coordination comes through the men.
All right.
For Virgos, this energy is at the top of their chart. It's in their 10th house of career and public standing. And Virgos have been trying to... I guess everybody's dream, but Virgo dream in particular is to do a job once and get paid for it more than once, to be able to sell it in one place and then sell it in another place with no more effort. And actually, over the next 4 weeks or so, they should be able to do that with some sort of career project they've been working on. And this may be something they've been working on for the last probably 4 or 5 years.
Okay, what's Deuce up to? What's Deuce up to?
Yeah. What have you been up to, Janet?
Yeah.
That book, exactly. Is that book coming out?
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yes. So, and it's in addition to, it's not changing a job, but it's in addition to. In the military, we used to call them additional other duties. So, and it's their dream. And I imagine with Deuce, and you get to voice track for yet another station.
I could imagine
that kind of
Big
thing.
Rig.
Like
that would be right up Big Rig's alley right there, too.
Yeah,
He's Virgo as well.
So many Virgos, man.
Yeah, we are. Like we have 5 minutes left in the day. We're not nagging anybody about. So, for Libras, this energy is in the 9th house of the law. Legal matters go very, very well. And these things have sort of been stalled for the last 6 weeks or so because the courts have kind of been, closed down. And any kind of legal matter, educational matter, any kind of contract or negotiation that's been stalled begins to go forward. And it ends up being very favorable for the Libra, which is, good news for our head coach because he's a Libra. And any kind of important matter goes very, very favorably for the Libra. And they haven't had a whole lot of wins lately, so they'll be really happy to have this particular one.
Oh, good.
And so it's contracts, negotiations, but especially legal things. And if I had some sort of charges that were pending against me, I would try desperately to get that solved now, to get it settled now, because you would have a much better chance of getting a favorable outcome rather than delaying it. So I think that's good news for them. For Scorpios, the money gods are going to smile on them, and this is unearned income rather than earned income. This is maximizing an existing resource, finding a way to get your partner's resources to flow to you. This is not earned income. This is investment income. This is money almost inheritance income falling out of the sky.
It's funny you say that.
Lottery ticket.
It's funny you say that because there's some things going on in my family with my daughter and my grandson that they're kind of working on right now in the family because of what had happened with his dad over a year ago. So that's kind of that kind of scenario is playing out right now, that's kind of wow. Okay, so
but it's good. But until your daughter, she needs to know it's going to be favorable.
Okay,
and that she'll end up getting more over the next 4 weeks than she has with the initial discussions.
Wow. Okay.
Which is important to know.
I hope so. That'd be great news. Okay.
Yay. Happy to help. For Sagittarians, this energy is in their 7th house of partners. And Sagittarians are got to be one of the hardest signs to get to marry because they're as they're walking down the aisle, they're usually looking to either side to see if there's something you might have missed in the church. And so they have a hard time. It doesn't mean that they're looking for someone else. They just have a hard time with the idea of the bit in their mouth. They really, trying to shake the bit.
Wow, between the Leo and the Sagittarian in me, man, I'm a really interesting guy, it sounds like.
You are. You're a very fiery guy. You're a very, very fiery guy. And so there have been some rough waters a little bit the last couple of weeks or so in their relationships, and that all smooths out.
All right.
That all smooths out starting on Thursday, and they genuinely feel the love, and they can come to some sort of terms with whatever whatever it is that the partner wanted. Because this is not, the Sagittarian is not initiating this. It's the partner of the Sagittarian that's initiating it and going, hey, claim me or trade me kind of deal. We want to feel the love, and we want to solidify this partnership.
All right.
Which is always that challenge for Sagittarians because, like I said, they won't leave until someone tells them they can't. They'll come home every night at 5:30 until somebody says, hey, come home at 5:30. And it's like, hell no, you can't tell me what to do. They got nowhere to go, but still, they'll sit out on the stoop rather than come in.
Sitting out here at the doorstep. Nope, not coming in.
Yep. That's how they are. For Capricorns, this energy is in their 6th house of work, health, and responsibilities. And Capricorns, they're in a good position to not really change their job, but more like change where it is they do their job or the routine that they do their job with. And it's been sort of, they've been in limbo with that for the last 4 or 5 weeks or so, not really sure. They know there's going to be some kind of change. They don't know exactly what it's going to be. Well, starting this week is when they figure out exactly what that change is going to be and exactly what their role is in that. Because Capricorns like structure. They like to know this is the bar so they can have something to exceed. And they haven't really had that. They've sort of had that, we're still evolving, we're still working on it, we don't know. And that will make a Capricorn crazy. So for them, their work environment straightens out starting on Thursday, which is a very important thing. And they end up with a better position or a better circumstance for doing their job and the opportunity for more career advancement as a result of it. So it's good news for them. And also, if they've been dealing with any kind of health issues, the outcome is much more favorable than they think.
And if you know that sign and you're listening to this podcast, make sure you pass it on to them so that person can
let them know.
Know that information.
Yeah, let them know because it takes a load off their mind. It's the not knowing that makes you crazy. And you can deal with anything as long as you know that at one point or another it's going to come to an end. It's when this goes on, in perpetuity, you go, oh my God, and you start to make really bad decisions, and then my clients will call me up and go, well, if only I had known that was going to happen, I wouldn't have done this or that.
Right.
So that's my job with tomorrow's news today. For Aquarians, I think they have the most fun with this energy. Venus, the planet of love, is in their 5th house of love affairs. So it's love affairs, children, anything fun, anything creative, anything that they can put their heart and soul into is what they want to do with this particular energy. And they need to know it's a very fertile time of year for them. In every sense of the word, they can create physical children and children of the mind as well. And because it's Gemini, there's a good chance of twin things, either twin human beings or twin projects or doing two things that can be incorporated into one thing. But it's a really, and all of this pays off for them by December.
Hot
so it's
twins.
The kind of thing where you want to plant seeds now that are going to bear fruit in the December time span. Kind of a deal. So, but it's a good time for feeling the love and creativity in every sense of the word, in every area of your life. For Pisces, this is energy at home. They are trying to There's been some sort of upsets at home for them over the last 4 weeks or so. Their home has been unsettled. It's not like there are big problems there, but it's just rather unsettling is the right
and
word.
How easy is it to get unsettled when right now in the COVID era when you're trying to spend all this time inside? Sometimes if you got a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, how easy is it to get unsettled? You know what I mean? The patience that people got to have.
Yes. I'm surprised the death rate at home has not gone up, to tell you the truth. And say, well, I don't know, he had symptoms of coronavirus when I put that pillow over his face. But no, it's almost like pouring oil to smooth rough waters at home.
Right.
And they want to do stuff to make their home, they feel better about their home. And that can extend to redecorating, remodeling, refurbishing, making it feel fresh and new. And it really gets down to making your home safe and secure and a good place, a base of operations for you to operate out of. I know a lot of people are never going back to the office again, and they're really taking a look instead of having my computer at my kitchen table, I'm going to clear a space and designate a place that I can operate, like you did, AJ, with your studio of solitude.
Yeah, day 81 of the broadcast here.
Yes, but I imagine you've got stuff up on your walls, and it's a dedicated area, and it's not something you have to pick up and move out of the way when you're done with it.
I'm not sure I'll ever see AJ physically ever again, actually. She looks really comfortable in the house over there. She's got a nice backdrop now and everything. So.
Yeah, I'm working on it, trying to make it nice and pretty.
See, that's what I mean. And that's that, that energy is to make it a part of you. Instead of it being a temporary thing, you realize that now this could be a permanent thing, and you might like it. So that's not a bad thing. For Aries, the pace of their day-to-day living is about to pick up to warp speed. They are doing short distance, short duration travel. There's some sort of an educational opportunity for them that they've been debating back and forth. Do I take this class? Is it worth it? This is not like getting a master's degree or a PhD. This is getting some kind of additional certification that will enable them to make more money or to have a better day-to-day living. It's something that it's an intellectual exercise for Aries rather than a physical exercise for Aries. But it ends up making their daily living easier for them, or at least something that they can manage. And there's some sort of communication they've been waiting for the last month. There's, for all I know, it could be unemployment insurance, but there's some sort of information that they've been waiting for, and they don't know what the delay has been. But literally, starting on Thursday, that information gets released to them. So they'll at least know what they can do with it.
Gotcha.
Is important for them to know. For Tauruses, you anxiously await, AJ. It's about the money. It's about money, having more money at the end of your month and more month at the end of your money. It's a good opportunity for you to earn more money through your words, through the spoken word, through the written word, through your communication skills. It's just a better opportunity falls your way. And this may be something that you first heard about in like the April time span, and then it didn't go anywhere because the coronavirus kind of took everything over. But it gets revived, and you probably hear something about that this week. And again, it's a good opportunity for more money in your pocket, which is what we really are interested in. So
the love that she's going to get is that whole world is money stuff.
I hope so. I mean, the only thing I heard about in money in April was everything being canceled. So money going out. So I'm trying to remember. I'm like, was there any possibles?
There was always taxes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Taxes. Yeah. Hey.
There you go.
It may be that the things that were canceled come back in a better form for you.
Yeah.
And you start to hear about that, which will, I know in our business, we do a lot of, events and stuff, and not doing that, we lose out on a lot of money. So I think that that's very likely too. And then for Gemini, the last sign of the zodiac, Venus is in their sign. And honestly, Geminis, you have to laugh at our president being a Gemini, have not exactly felt the love over the last 4 or 5 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Yes. What a surprise. Has not felt the love. And on Thursday, when Venus goes direct, they can, again, Geminis can again begin to feel the love, to not feel that the universe is going, just going out of its way to give the Gemini a hard time, because that's the Gemini thinks.
Now you got us on the edge of your seat. What's going to happen on Thursday with the president?
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's always
I think it's better news. And we have some Geminis, too, around us, our millennial Gemini. And actually, they begin literally to feel the love in a personal way, in a professional way, just not feeling that the universe is coming down on them. Because that's really how they felt. They felt very, very beleaguered the last couple of weeks or so with Venus in their sign moving backwards. And where they thought they were going to get the love, they didn't get the love. And by that same token, they need to look around because there was some love trying to come their way, and they were busy looking in one other place for it that they missed it where it really was.
Man, it was a really interesting weekend for the president. Some of the stuff I was seeing
Oh, my
there.
gosh. For real. It's been a challenge. Like I said, has not really been feeling the love. And he sort of personifies Geminis everywhere.
Gotcha.
I'm sure if Ryan was on, I'm surprised Ryan hasn't called us up yet. And said, yeah, it's not fair. It's not right. So I'm a good kid. I deserve more.
We'll have to have him as a special guest at some point on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Catch
But
up
I can
with him.
finally have good news for Geminis, because more often than not, I don't. So I'd like to have him back when I go, yay, it's all up to you. You get good stuff now. Yay. So, but they do get to feel the love in a tangible, real way. And to Geminis, if somebody from your past has come back and you don't want them, rest assured that if you send them to the curb, with Venus in your sign, it will bring you the love that you seek. So there's something to look forward to with that. So tomorrow's news for the 12 signs of the zodiac, with Venus finally going direct. So out of all the planets that are retrograde, at least we've got one now going direct. So that's a step in the right direction.
Yay.
Like a little love.
Yay.
Now, question for you. When will it be, how long will it be until we start feeling more love and more planets going forward?
Oh, you want
and
more
good
love?
things to come. Well, damn right I do, man. The last few months, we have been pummeled with coronavirus. We have been pummeled with racial tensions. I mean, it's been one bad thing after another. When does it change, Janet?
We want to roll
July
around the
13th.
love.
July 13th. We have, July 13th. That's when Mercury goes direct. That's when Mars goes into Aries. A lot of that shift occurs. So, we'll start to feel that then.
We're rolling around.
Baseball may be back. I just, golly.
Splashing and frolicking in the love.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, we don't even bat an eye that an African dust storm is headed our way. It's like, oh, come on, that's nothing. Maybe it'll wash the coronavirus out of the air.
Exactly. All right, Star Goddess, thank you very much. And, of course...
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, she's on the show every Monday on our FM show at 98rock.com, and then the podcast drops right before noon every Monday right here on the Crash and AJ blog at 98rock.com.